Hey, hello, you're stuck in Trial with Wolf Gorlick. A few minutes riffing on IT and IT security today, looking at drive-by downloads and the mobile internet and what it may mean for the future of attacks. So way back when, like right after pagers, but right before mobile devices got halfway decent, I did a project. It was kind of a cool project. It was basically delivering stock tickers in your top like 10 accounts to a mobile device. Now at that time, you didn't necessarily have a browser, right? It wasn't like HTML. It was actually this WML, it was this mobile XML format that you had to send it out in. And it was ugly. The device handled all the rendering. All you got was text. I mean, think of it like on a pager device. Ugly, ugly, ugly. But we thought we were cool. And it was amazing. And life was good because only like 5% of the people had mobile devices. But our 5% had a cool app. So a tip for you, the mobile internet is the internet these days. These stats show that it went up from like around 20% of users were, using the web via mobile around 2010 to today it's around 70%, and they're projecting it's going to be 80 to 90% by 2020. And this makes sense to me. I live and breathe off my mobile. I very rarely get on my desktop unless I absolutely have to. This used to be absolutely fantastic because there's no ads, but now that it's like 60-70% and climbing, all the ads have followed me. But one of the things that I think we don't often think about is, yes, the attack landscape changes, right? The way the attackers are going after us, they changes all the time. You always hear constant change and, oh my goodness, it's hard to keep up. But sometimes those changes are actually good. Sometimes those changes mean that attacks that used to work go obsolete, right? So like the whistling into a phone, which used to work back when I had dark hair and it was long, and I was a much more interesting person. Whistling into a phone, which used to be able to get you like free calls, doesn't work anymore, right? Once they went off analog, that went away. The types of like monkey bee viruses that used to pass from floppies, once we went off floppy drives, that went away. And today, this move to the mobile internet, being the internet, means that certain types of attacks like drive-by downloads, way harder to do. It's a precipitous drop in terms of what we used to see. It was one of the #1 ways, if you remember, people used to get in, right? You have a watering hole attack, people go to the website, you open it up, and they exploit a hole in Java or Adobe or something wrong with your Internet Explorer. And they use that hole to install software. But with mobile devices, your iPhones, your Androids being locked down, it's a lot harder to do. It's a lot harder to get someone to install an app on their iPhone when you can't really install apps off of browsers. And with Android, there's actually a security setting that allows you to prevent apps from being installed off the browser too, which you could possibly only turn on when you knew what you're doing and turn back off, right? So there's ways to be safe. So as the users move up to the mobile devices, the attacks that are effective against those mobile devices by drive-by downloads is falling. Kind of interesting in a way that we oftentimes don't think about, right? Changes in the landscape are not necessarily always advantageous for the attacker. Sometimes it even just benefits us. Have you seen drive-by download by phone? Comments, social media, hit me up. Cheers.